See you, man. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Father James. I am drinking from my Our Lady of Guadalupe coffee mug because I want to speak to you today about a matter that's very significant for our parish and has very much to do not just with the parish of Our Lady of Guadalupe, but who she is. Well, she's the mother of Jesus, our Blessed Mother, but who she is to the people of Latin America. Many of you know that about a year ago, we began as a parish to ask a question. The question was this: is God calling us to, in some way, as a parish, reach out and support the Hispanic community, the growing Hispanic community in Nova Scotia, primarily in our city? This past weekend, I spoke about bringing in the harvest, and I brought up some statistics around immigration to our province and to our city, and the stats are actually incredible. One of the things I found out is that between 2001 and 2021, the Hispanic population of Halifax Regional Municipality, for those of you not from here watching this video, that means like the greater city area and not just the Dartmouth area, that the Hispanic Latin American population has increased more than 500%. And right now, there had been no formal outreach to Hispanic Catholics or to people from Latin America in our area by any parish. And so we began to ask ourselves that question. And that question was prompted by a meeting that I had about a year ago. Three wonderful women, amazing women, one of them from our two from our parish, and one from a former parish of mine, came to see me, and they basically said, Father James, the Latin American Catholics in this city have no pastoral support. There's no community. And people are being lost. People are being disconnected from faith, disconnected from church. Some of them are joining other Christian groups, and we're not, there's nothing really happening. And so we began a conversation. The conversation went to the bishop. The bishop discerned it. We brought it to the pastoral council, and we asked this question: is God calling us to do something? One of the things I said to them was, I'm interested. I said, using the analogy of a boat, I said, I'm not interested in getting more passengers. I'm interested in getting crew. Think of a cruise ship. When you have more passengers, you have more demands for service. We don't need more passengers. We need crew. We need people who are willing not just to come along for the ride, but to help to make the ride possible. To come and join the parish, not just to be added on at the side or from a distance, but actually come into the heart of the parish and own the mission of the parish. So with that, in having a conversation with pastoral council, we decided to give it a try, that we would put out the word and we would have Spanish Mass for once a month at the Saturday afternoon Mass for 6 months. And let's see what would happen. Let's try it and then see what happens. I don't really speak Spanish, but I can do Mass in Spanish. And so we got music ministry, and I would say that for the most part, it's been an amazing experience. It's been very joyful. People have been very patient with my bad Spanish. And the feedback from members of the Hispanic community who joined us, sometimes upwards of 100, 150 people would join us. And even the members of our parish who traditionally would come to the Saturday afternoon Mass has been entirely positive. And people have been saying, we should do this every week, please. Let's keep doing this. So in a sense, at the beginning, we were casually dating. The 6-month period just finished. And a couple of weeks ago, I had a meeting after Mass with members of the Hispanic community to basically say, okay, did we go from casual dating to serious dating? And there's a desire to take the relationship to the next level. Not quite proposing marriage yet, but we're moving it along. And we had a beautiful meeting with members of the community. They talked about how much it meant for them to experience Mass in their own language. Well, it's really a bilingual Mass because the homily's in English. And we talked about the vision is not just to grow, offering a Spanish Mass once a month, but to actually have some of those people, not all, but some, actually join our parish and begin to form a core community, a community that has the identity of intentionally reaching out in a missional manner to Hispanic members of our community. I said that the Hispanic population had been increasing over the last 20 years, but some more of the statistics I shared this weekend in the homily is that in this past year, immigration to Nova Scotia doubled in this past year from the previous year, doubled to about 12,650 people. But the goal going forward of the minister in charge of immigration is to continue to grow that. In fact, the goal is next year to be double again. And it means welcoming 25,000 immigrants a year for the next number of decades, because the province has said they want to grow the population to 2 million people. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know. But what I do know is that welcoming immigrants and even refugees into our city, into our communities, and into our parish it's not just a thing of the future, it's already a thing of the present. After the Monday, just 2 weeks ago, after the 9 a.m. Mass, when I spoke about this, a man came up to me and he said, and he was very moved. He said, Father James, I just moved from Mexico. I said, oh, welcome. I said, how long have you been here? He said, 2 weeks. And my family is joining me in a month from now. And we're hoping to make a home here. So it was almost like driven home that this is a reality. And if God is going to call any parish to reach out to the Hispanic community, shouldn't it be Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish? So that's where we are. The invitation is out. There was great excitement. There's a growing sense of ownership by a core group of the people who come for the Mass. And our vision is to grow that community, is to actually not just have a Hispanic community over on the side, but have a Hispanic community that is at the heart of our parish. Because our parish should be a community of communities. That's what our parish has to be. So I'm asking you to keep this in your prayers. We are going to therefore continue to have a monthly Spanish Mass at the Saturday 4 p.m. time slot. And we're going to do it for another 6 months. And in the new year, early January 2024, we'll have another meeting and we'll decide, is it time to maybe propose marriage? Who knows? So thanks everyone for helping us as a parish to welcome in those who are members of the Hispanic community. And let's continue to strive to grow in being a welcoming, hospitable parish as we welcome not just members of the Hispanic community, but all members, all newcomers to Canada, all newcomers to our community, and all newcomers to our parish. Thanks and God bless.